Dundee United, boosted by last week's win over Rangers, were looking today to consolidate with a win over Aberdeen. Now these two, of course, have served up some of the most outstanding matches of recent seasons, and there to see how it all went today was Archie McPherson.
They now call the city of Dundee the city of discovery. Well, that's a building we've just discovered for the first time with our cameras at Tannadice. The beautiful turrets of Morgan Academy. Not an entirely inappropriate institution for the visitors today, who are the Dons, and he got that name from school teachers who got together to form the famous club. And of course, the home side, Dundee United, one or two very interesting names in there, including Hamish French. We'll be looking at him in just a second, and McInally, Jim McInally, he came back into the side last week, so they're beginning to get back to full strength. There's the Aberdeen side. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Willie Miller not being really fully fit. Well, when I pressurised Ian Porterfield about it, he simply said to me, he's playing, and that is that. Well, there he is, Hamish French, who made a stunning debut for United at Ibrox against Rangers, and then in a freak accident he twisted during a training session and broke his leg. He is a prospect upon whom Jim McLean positively drools. Well, it's nice to see the referee giving what appears to be a tip to the mascot, and he's Jim McGilvray from Edinburgh. Off we go on an absolutely gorgeous afternoon. The drive up from Glasgow was through stunning Scottish countryside, and now getting into the city of Dundee on this marvellous afternoon. Let's hope that the football matches it all. I think it will. We did not see, in all honesty, a marvellous game last week in the Rangers match, but I think this will be different today. That's number 4, Grant. Oh, beautiful turning by Hewitt. Look at that control, but he wants to try too much. Ferguson, goal scorer last week. That was untidy. Hewitt. Ooh, hard and unfair free kick. Paul Kinnaird, who meant so much to Dundee United in last Saturday's game. Bowman. Joe Miller. There's a run forward, and I would have thought that was a free kick. Yes, you got your first look there at number 9, Keith Edwards. The Englishman who scored 200 goals in English football with various clubs, Sheffield United, Hull City and Leeds. Good prospect. Warwick McLeish was following it on. Just too much. Touched by Ferguson McInally. Very good support. And an atrocious finish. Annoyed with himself about that. He'd be right to be too. That is McGuinness, as I say, wearing number 9, but playing in that right back position. Watching it carefully. I think an unfair challenge on him by French. Hamish French signed from Keith for about £50,000. And the Highland League boy is obviously impressing a lot of people outside of Tannadice as well. Off McGuinness. though it's a very good ball indeed, and Edwards couldn't turn on it. Against this United defence is a very rare occasion indeed when a player is allowed 2 touches. Dreadful mistake. McAnally. He's looking for somebody, and again it's a dreadful pass. I mean, as he went forward, you could see that he was carefully measuring what the final pass ought to be. And I think maybe he just slightly took his eye off the ball. Offside. Joe Miller, around whom there's still a lot of talk about transfer to the south. I certainly think that Alec Ferguson, who's long been an admirer of him, wouldn't mind taking him. He wouldn't get him for nothing, that's for sure. That's a longish one, beautifully fired in. Gary McGuinness. Oh, he drilled that in well. He didn't hesitate, took it on the drop, and Leighton getting body behind it as well. Good goalkeeping. O'Bannon went down, but he does get the ball free. Kinnaird needs to be touched back, and it is McAnally. And United, certainly at this stage, about halfway through this first half, have the initiative, rocking Aberdeen, if ever so slightly. And perhaps if that had fallen to Bannon just behind, at the possibilities of a better strike would have been stronger. McKimmie. Whoops. McLeish. Meant for Bet, but not an easy ball to get. Grant going round. Aberdeen now retaliating. Just looked slightly groggy in the first 5 minutes. Well, there's a brilliant touch, I think. Oh, a superb save. Billy Thompson playing in his 200th Premier Division game in total. And I wonder if he's had any finer saves than that. I'm sure he has, but that's not a bad one either. Bad one. Bowman. And not a single United player up. It's McKimmie. Oh, Son, I think, deceiving Gary McGuinness. Oh, given away by Miller. Faulkner. Grant in a very good position. Thompson committed and successful. Now that's a good ball of Ferguson. Cantoni can't. Superb tackle by McLeish. And Grant held on to that intelligently until he had somebody on the right, and there's a free kick. This is a superb shot. John Hewitt again. Thompson for the second occasion in about a couple of minutes, getting the fingertips to it, really making sure that may have been rising over the crossbar, but a goalkeeper can't take any chances. William Miller. Well, we've had no goal scored. It's about 28 minutes gone in the first half, but some very entertaining play nonetheless. McAnally really taking bet on. That might just be a corner kick, and it is. Better move there by Jim McAnally. McLeish behind it. Not an easy ball to take. Staring right into the sun. Edwards. Oh, lovely ball there by Nicholas. Hewitt. That will be a booking. A very slow, ponderous tackle. He really was away, and there was no way he was going to let Hewitt pass him. It's curled round, and there was a head of Faulkner trying to go up there. McAnally. Just under 15 minutes to have time. Still nothing each. A titanic struggle, if you'll excuse the phrase, for the power and the organisation of midfield. Nobody has won that battle yet. Hewitt. Well, it was well worth the try. Yes, got right behind it, Thompson. No difficulty for him. Oh, there's a bad one. Joe Miller. And I think Gary McGuinness is a little upset about that booking. He hasn't quite recovered his equilibrium. Look at that. Very unsure of himself. Thank you very much, said Miller. And again, good goalkeeping by this man who really should be in the international squad. Two of them going for that. Grant is there, and Edwards tries to get up, and Nicholas. I think he's asking for a certain amount of support, and also suggesting that if two players go for the ball, they should let each other know. Complaining about. Bannon couldn't quite get there, and Leighton does. There's McGuinness. Edwards challenges. He really does stick in. Edwards, powerful looking player. And there's a corner. I thought it was going for a corner. It obviously spun viciously. And the Aberdeen supporters now roaring the side on, having the best spell of this first half. Faulkner. Ooh, Joe Miller. If he'd been in stilt, he would have got that. And there it was, and into the shade, and Thompson. That ball coming out of the sunlight seemed to confuse him. His first mistake of the day, but he had plenty of support around him. 5 minutes to half time. I must say, despite all the excellent play, some good saves, he could do with a goal. Woods tough there. Double block. The referee judges that tackle by Nicholas. So there's David Nerry. Here's Kinnaird. Who does well to get that in, and it's just past it was Hegarty came on. Now, I don't know whether he hurt himself flying in for that or not. And a very good effort. And there is the executive suite at Tannadice, the one you don't pay for. Oh, easy one for Leighton. And there goes the half-time whistle, brought to an end by that cross and save. A much better game than we saw last week here at Tannadice, but like last week, no scoring. I would have thought the highlights of the afternoon were the saves by Billy Thompson. Let me repeat, playing in his 200th Premier Division game, and excellent big goalkeeper indeed. Really loves to take these shots in a way, you know, he stretches out well. And but for that and the fingertips, Aberdeen might have been in the lead, although that would have been slightly unfair because Dundee United have had their efforts and the pressure. But as I say, it's all come to naught in this first half. And we have a substitute for Dundee United. Alan Evan has come on. Hamish French, who I said had that long spell off after the leg break, hasn't quite come up to standard in this first half, or at the end of the first half, obviously retiring. And thus we go into the second half with the substitute on, Alan Evan. Faulkner. Willie Miller. Neatly done. Here's Irvin. Two Alan Irvins with the club, I may say. No free kick. Neri. McAnally is up. Well, nobody is far right for Dundee United. He walked out of that tight position well. He normally does. Well, again, stretching out. That's a sign of a fit man, all right. So to United. Barging, clearly. So free kick to be taken by Faulkner. Evan Bannon miscuing that one. There's a chance for Miller. Oh, he ought to have done better than that. Actually, he probably had a little more time than he assumed. Now watch this, it broke clear to him. There was nobody actually going to come in tight on him. Hegarty. Well, I think he knew he was going to lose that anyway. Settled for the throw-in. Bit of pushing and shoving going on there. There's Ferguson. Not a bad effort. And Leighton is wondering what decision has been given. I think he might have thought it was a foul before that Ferguson effort. And this little bit of wrestling going on in there. But no, Ferguson did get behind it. It was a legitimate shot. Hewitt. Oh, great play. Hewitt. No, the shot not matching it. Oh, I don't think David Hay was complaining about the shot. I think he felt that too much latitude had been given. Bannon. That's a better looking goal, and stretched out for by Malthus, who's as outstanding as he was last Saturday. Now Eamon Bannon. Faulkner. Oh, slightly fortunate to get away with that. I thought United had possession. Kinnear. Yes, we got a free cut out of that, and by we, I mean the game does. It's not a bad one, and Hegarty is there, but I think Faulkner got the touch first. Conaghan. Over it came. There was a challenge, and Faulkner flicking it away. Way wide this time. Ferguson. Oh, William Miller, superb. Really is. Not only did he break that up, isolate in the box, but counter-attacked immediately. Well, now, the play isn't going to be bothering you for a while. You take up something else. The Birdman of Tannadice, Billy Thompson. Bannon. Nobody's there except Leighton. Indicating that Leighton came out of his box. Yep, there he is. Well, there's no use arguing about it now. I mean, the decision has been given, so that's it. Clark might just want to take this. He does. He scores the post. Brilliant shot. The wood saving Aberdeen. Superbly struck. He's the most powerful dead ball kick in the business, I think, but it was moving. I just wonder if there was a slight touch by Leighton as well.
And that, I'm afraid, was the closest thing to a goal. It finished 0-0. A slightly disappointing game between two such good sides. Finished goalless, though. Television presentation at Tannadice was Bill Malcolm.